Bonjour et bienvenue à la 5e semaine de cours. Cette semaine, nous allons parler du verbe avoir, la négation, les adjectifs et les questions. Vous allez faire vos devoirs sur Central et vous allez aussi faire le deuxième niveau sur Duolingo. Nous allons commencer par les devoirs sur Central pour cette vidéo. Sur Central, vous avez des vidéos de grammaire. Je passe à Central. Ici dans Grammar Tutorials, sur la 6e onglet, regardez les vidéos pour le chapitre 2, il y en a une ici. 2.1, 2.2, le verbe avoir et la négation. Regardez cette vidéo avant de commencer les devoirs. Voilà, je vais expliquer toutes les sections. Section 2.3 is on adjective agreement. And this is the biggest chunk of French grammar that you will cover in French 101. It's the most important point. And it does not have a grammar tutorial video, so please make sure you watch to the end of this video so that you can understand this very important point. On va commencer avec 2.1. J'ai cours aujourd'hui. Le verbe avoir et les expressions avec avoir. You learned être, to be, in chapter 1. In this section, we're covering avoir, to have. Those two are the most common and frequent verbs in French. J'ai is I have, tu as, il a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont. So I have, you have, he has, we have, you guys have, or you respectfully have, they have. The verb avoir is used in several expressions where it's not used in English. So for example, il y a 25 étudiants dans le cours. Il y a is there is and there are. So in English, whereas you use to be, there are, we use to have. And also your age. So you've learned to say your age. J'ai 19 ans, j'ai 20 ans, j'ai 30 ans, j'ai 40 ans, etc. You use avoir instead of être. J'ai, I have 19 years. Literally is what this means. J'ai 19 ans. Also, you use avoir in two common expressions. Avoir besoin de is to need. Avoir envie de is to want or to feel like. J'ai besoin d'un stylo. I need a pen. Tu as besoin d'étudier? Do you need to study? You see that avoir besoin de can be followed by a noun, so a thing, or a verb. Étudier is to study. If your noun or your verb starts with a vowel, you need to cut out the de and make it the apostrophe. J'ai besoin d'un stylo. Tu as besoin d'étudier. J'ai envie d'un café. I'd like a coffee. Tu as envie de visiter la France? Do you want to visit France? So the de, again, can be followed by a verb. Visiter is to visit. Or a noun, un café. Either way, if it's followed by a vowel, you cut out the e in the de. If it's followed by a consonant, you just leave the de intact. C'est tout pour la section 2.1. Je passe à la section 2.2. Je n'ai pas de devoir. This is on basic negation, so how to say no, with ne pas and ne jamais. In French, you have two words to say don't, is ne and pas, to say not, and jamais, to say never. So, ne pas et ne jamais. Par exemple ici, elle n'est pas en classe aujourd'hui. She is not in class today. The not is ne and pas, together. They cannot be used one without the other. And the ne is cut out here because e starts with the vowel. So the ne becomes n apostrophe. Elles ne sont jamais en classe. They are never in class. So your never is ne and jamais. It's two words and one cannot be used without the other. Il n'y a pas beaucoup d'étudiants en classe. There are not many students in the class. Against your not is your ne and ne pas. And since Y in French is counted as a vowel, your E is cut out and you use an apostrophe. Il n'y a pas beaucoup d'étudiants en classe. D'accord? La négation avec c'est, ce sont, you learned c'est and ce sont when we learned the objects in the classroom. You learned the question, qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is it? C'est une chaise. C'est un ordinateur. C'est un livre. And so on. Ce sont des étudiants. Ce sont des livres. For plural. So in a negation, for example here, ce n'est jamais une bonne idée. It is never a good idea. But in plural, non. Ce ne sont pas les livres. So you have to change the c'est into sont, and your ne pas goes around your est or your on, goes around the verb. There is a detail, but you do have to learn it. So, ce n'est jamais une bonne idée. Your un et une in a negation will become pas deux. So, tu as un crayon. Do you have a pencil? Non, je n'ai pas de crayon. So you cannot say je n'ai pas un crayon. You have to say je n'ai pas de crayon. Literally, that means I don't have any pencil. So in French, you cannot say I don't have a pencil. You have to say I don't have any pencil. That's a mandatory change. That's not optional. That's only for indefinite articles. Un, une, des. In the negation, get changed to pas de. But for le, la, les, your definite articles, they remain le, la, les in a negation. So here, for example, tu as le livre pour le cours? Non, je n'ai pas le livre. I don't have the book, or I don't have that book. It says pas and then le. So you don't change that one. Only un, une, deux becomes pas deux. Voilà, c'est tout pour cette section. 2.1, 2.2, and this is summarized and explained in more detail into the grammar tutorial video. This 2.3, il est beau, elle est belle, is the most important section that does not have a grammar video tutorial. It will in the next edition of the book, but it does not in this one. So, adjective agreement is a concept that is hard to grasp for English speakers because it does not really exist in English. In French, when you say, my car is red, my car is blue, my car is white, it's ma voiture est rouge, ma voiture est blanche, ma voiture est bleue. The red, white, blue, rouge, blanche, bleu has to be written in feminine form because it's describing the car, which is feminine in French. It's la voiture. So every adjective will vary depending on what it is describing, whether it's a masculine singular object, feminine singular object or person, or masculine plural objects or people, or feminine plural objects or a group of girls or women. So let's take some examples here. Sociable may not be the best to start with because it already ends with an E in masculine singular form, so you don't make any changes for feminine singular and it's the same. Masculine plural form, you add an S, and so you use the same for feminine plural form because it already has an E. Poli is more of a standard example. The next four are standard examples. Il est poli, he is polite. Elle est polie, she is polite. You have to add an I at the end of poli. Ils sont polis, they are polite. You're talking about a group of men. Ils sont polis, you add an S. Elles sont polies, they are polite. You're talking about a group of women. You add ES at the end of polite, poli. And you hear that in a pronunciation, you really don't hear any differences between the forms, but there's a big difference in writing. Il est poli, elle est polie, ils sont polis, elles sont polies. So you just have to hear or see the difference, but you cannot hear it. Il est occupé, elle est occupée, ils sont occupés, elles sont occupées. In English, it's all he's busy, she's busy, they're busy, they're busy. The busy doesn't change, but in French there's 4 different forms of busy. Grand, il est grand, elle est grande. Ils sont grands, elles sont grandes. This could be talking about people or any masculine things or feminine things. It works for objects too, since everything has a gender in French. Il est mauvais, elle est mauvaise. Ils sont mauvais, elles sont mauvaises. You notice here that il est mauvais et ils sont mauvais, the two masculine forms don't change, because il est mauvais in singular already ends with an S. So ils sont mauvais, you don't add an S when there is already an S in the singular form, you just leave it as is. You do have to add an E to make it feminine and ES to make it feminine plural. Occupé does take an extra E, so you might think, oh, why does it take an extra E when sociable doesn't? Occupé ends with E accent aigu, which is a different pronunciation from just E. And so it does have to have an extra E to make it feminine. Il est occupé, elle est occupée. You don't hear it much except you just lengthen the sound for feminine when you add an E behind it. Il est occupé, elle est occupée. Je continue. Voilà une liste d'adjectifs irréguliers. So irregular adjectives that don't follow the pattern of just adding an E to make them feminine. You have to change the endings here. Bon, bonne. Canadien, canadienne. Gros, grosse. Intellectuel, intellectuelle. Heureux, heureuse. Conservateur, conservatrice. Premier, première. Sportif, sportive. Blanc, blanche. So in order, this means good, Canadian, big, intellectual, happy, conservative, first, sportive, or who likes sports, or fit, and white. So, for example, you would not add an S when there is already an X. Il est heureux, ils sont heureux. The masculine singular and masculine plural form are the same, just like for mauvais just a little bit ago. Il est mauvais, ils sont mauvais. You don't change, you don't add an S when there is already an S. And that happens with the X too. You don't add an S to an X. You just make the feminine E-U-S-E. So feminine plural is E-U-S-E-S. Voilà un tableau à compléter pour les adjectifs. Adjectives in al make their masculine plural form in O, A-U-X. Those are also irregular, like in the table just above. Il est normal, ils sont normaux. Elle est normale, elles sont normales. So try to guess what royal would look like and complete the table. Beau, nouveau et vieux is beautiful, new, and old are very irregular as well. Il est beau, ils sont beaux, avec un X. Elle est belle, elles sont belles, avec un S. Nouveau, il est nouveau, ils sont nouveaux, elle est nouvelle, elles sont nouvelles, avec un S. Vieux, il est vieux, ils sont vieux, elle est vieille, elles sont vieilles. So I'm gonna let you take a wild guess. Ils sont vieux. How would you write this? Comment ça s'écrit? Ils sont vieux. Ça s'écrit V, I, E, U, X. Comme la forme au singulier. Oui, parce que ça finit déjà avec un X. Donc on garde le X au pluriel. Voilà, c'est tout pour cette section très très importante. So you also have a YouTube video in your Blackboard site that you can watch for this adjective agreement section that goes into more detail to replace the lack of grammar tutorial video for this section in Central. The last section we cover this week of grammar in Central is Elle est française, and this is where you learn to ask questions that have yes or no for an answer. You only learn 2 ways here. This is the very beginning. So in speech, you can just raise your voice. It's an informal way to ask questions. For example, tu as cours aujourd'hui? Monsieur Rossi parle italien? Elles sont contentes? Again, that's informal, and of course in speech only, because you cannot replicate this raising your voice in writing. The next most informal way to ask questions is to use est-ce que in front of your sentence without changing the word order, and this can be done in writing, since you of course can see the est-ce que in writing. Est-ce que Monsieur Rossi parle italien? Est-ce qu'elles sont contentes? So does Mr. Rossi speak Italian? Are they happy? This does not change the meaning of the question, it's just a different way of writing it. And in the answer, usually it'll be oui ou non. Non, N-O-N. Oui ou non. You also have a more informal way of saying yes. It's ouais. Oui, ouais. Ouais. Is like the difference between yes and yep. So ouais is like yeah. It's more informal way of saying yes. Voilà, c'est tout pour la section de grammaire pour Central cette semaine. Je passe à Blackboard. Voilà la vidéo pour les adjectifs, la section 2.3, la vidéo sur YouTube. Voilà les devoirs. So this week you have 2 recordings to do for section 2.1 on avoir and 1 recording on the question section 2.4 that we just covered. So 3 recordings for this week, but they're very short. These are additional sites that you can go to review the grammar we just covered in this video. It's the website of the University of Texas. It's very well done for French grammar. And here's Duolingo. So in this week, in this session, you should get to level 2, complete level 2 in Duolingo. So you already registered on this site a couple weeks ago, and you put your username in the Blackboard discussion board. If you have not yet, you need to write your username in the Blackboard discussion board, and this way your instructor can add you as a friend and can track your progress and transfer your progress into the Blackboard Grade Center, because this, like Central, is not integrated with Blackboard, so your instructor will need to transfer the grades manually. Click on Get Started if you don't have an account yet. Hopefully you already do have an account. You just click on Login and get back in and finish what you had started. Voilà, c'est tout pour cette semaine, la semaine 5. Passez une très bonne semaine et à bientôt!